So when we zoom in, we kind of see our friend, the circle. We know what the circle represents, right? Shout out
Friendly.
some. Friendly. Got any, Kayla? Happy.
Loose.
Loose, laid
Carefree.
back, carefree, all those good things. We have triangles, energy, agitation.
Claws mean.
Claws, mean, cunning, dangerous, fast. We've got our friend, the blocks, the squares.
Strong,
Oops,
steady, stable.
Strong,
reliable.
stable, reliable, stubborn, immovable, right? All of them have positive and negative attributes. So let's say your character isn't so one note. We've been so far trying to, well, I guess maybe we didn't, but I was going for having just one shape motif. So if we were doing circles, we were doing all circles. Today, we're going to work with combining shapes. So if we get a little bit of the blocks and a little bit of the circles, what do we get? We get kind of a rounded rectangle. Rounded blocks, exactly. So now we're looking at this and we're saying, well, it's not as strong and steady and sturdy as the blocks. It's not as round and friendly as the circles. It's somewhere in between. It's kind of like a firm pillow. It's kind of like a character who can be a good guy, but is maybe very strong, or a good guy that is very reliable, or a good guy that's stubborn. So you combine both the visuals and what the visuals mean. So if we do that with blocks and triangles, move it along down here, you get a square plus a triangle, you get kind of a trapezoidy shape. So you get these kinds of lines.
Yeah, pointy square.
Pointy square, exactly. Blocky triangle, I guess you could say, right? So we've got wedges, lots of wedges. So a wedge is going to be less sturdy feeling than a block, right? If you were to stand on top of this, it looks like it might fall over because it's imbalanced. So that gives it the sense of dynamic energy,
more
speed, more energetic, but it's still stable. I mean, if I were to stand on top of here, it'd be stable. It's just not as quick and sharp as our triangles. If we take our triangles and we combine them with our circles, we get our friend the raindrop. We use the raindrop quite a bit. So we get this sense of both friendliness and also speed, or friendliness with some energy, or a little bit more mischievousness than just the regular circles, which was laid back, happy, jolly, just living life. These are a little more, yeah. If you had somebody like Aladdin, who's a good guy, but a thief, you might go for these kind of raindrop shapes that have a little bit of both. One other quick thing that I think is interesting, when we're not dealing with shapes, when we're dealing with just lines that are representing parts of these shapes, you might say, well, what's the difference between these zigzaggy lines of triangles and these kind of zigzaggy lines of squares? And the key thing here, which kind of goes back to simple geometry, is that these blocky ones are always obtuse angles or 90-degree angles. The moment you do this, it gets sharp in energy. Same thing with the triangles. If I'm doing a zigzag and I do this, suddenly it slows down. With the shapes, it's okay because you've got a closed shape, so it still makes that triangle. But if you're just using line and you want that sense of urgency, energy, danger, all that good stuff, you need to keep your lines acute. So then what's interesting is when you combine the triangle and the block, what do we get? A mix of both. Kind of cool. So now I can use a 90-degree angle with acute angles, with an acute angle and an obtuse angle. That's kind of how those two merge when you're just dealing with lines. So that's great, learning about shapes as if we were in kindergarten or something here. what we're
Oh,
going to
no,
do
this-
today.
I didn't learn this in kindergarten, I'm sorry.
What we're going to do today is we're going to turn these into characters, character faces, not the whole body, because we got to do 6 of these. We're going to draw them together. So we're all going to work on the circle character at the same time. We're all going to work on the square character at the same time. And if we divide up 6 by about 10 minutes, we should be like an hour. Maybe we'll do 8 minutes, and then we'll be able to play at the end. So let's start with our friend, the circle. If you need to think of like, oh, but what character is this? By all means, pick a race, pick a class from D&D. Think like, oh, I want a happy-go-lucky gnome who's a happy-go-lucky bard. Sure, go ahead, but we're only going to do the face. I'm going to go ahead and get a new, oh, I do have a new file. We're going to do the same setup, so make sure that you have room for 6 faces in this kind of a landscape format. I'm going to switch my canvas around here. Let's go 90-degree turn. No, that doesn't work.
Hey, I'm gonna have to leave for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
sorry.
Come back.
Yep, just come back when you can. So we're going to do them all in the 3/4 view, and I'm going to sketch in blue just because I find it easier to sketch in a different color than my final lines. I'm going to use the pencil because I like the pencil opacity difference rather than the pen. And I'm going to think round thoughts. Going to start with our favorite circle-ish. To start off with, I'm going to give myself some guidelines for the nose and the eye line. And actually, if you want to, you can just go ahead and copy and paste this 6 times because we are going to be doing 6 characters. I'm just going to copy it once and shove it over to the side for now. Oops, too far over to the side. What happened to my other face? Let's try that again. Just duplicate the layer. Stick that over there. That's going to be my round face. We're going to work on this one for about 8 minutes. Let me set a timer.
Now, when I duplicate the layer,
Mm-hmm.
I just use that one that has 2 little
Yep.
guys on it.
Mm-hmm. 2 little pieces of paper.
Oh, it still came out with the same number, so we don't really want that, but we want to move this guy.
Yeah.
And I have to circle him with that rubbly thing before I move him.
Not if it's a different layer. If it's a different layer, you can just
Ah.
move the whole layer.
Oh, good.
I'm just going to put up my 3 basic layers first. Square, triangle on the bottom. And round doesn't necessarily mean chubby. Pretty much all Disney characters are round, but the princesses have a rather slim jawline. You just want to think of the lines being some sort of curve.
All right, back.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Don't worry, you didn't miss anything because we were taking our time drawing circles.
Yep. Another handy feature we have on Fire Alpaca is this button on the navigator that's on the far right. It has like two triangles pointed towards one another, one white and one dark, and it'll flip the canvas. And you'll see a horrible drawing where you once thought was a pretty good drawing. Right? So you can see on mine, it looks all right, doesn't look too bad. Once I flip it over here, you go, whoa, some distortion happening there. So this is a great tool for double checking if things are skewing to one side, because we all have a tendency to skew. And it usually means just grabbing your little lasso peanut tool and moving some things more centered. You're redrawing a couple of these lines so that it's not as skewed. I have a feeling her chin is a bit off too. We are going to try to draw the same character for all these different shapes. So if you start with an elf, you're going to do an elf 6 times. You start with a human, you're going to do a human 6 times. We want to see how these shapes will influence how the same face appears in personality and such. About 3.5 minutes left. Don't worry about hair or ears. At very minimum, we want eyes, nose, mouth, eyebrows, jaw shape. And since today's lesson is very much about shape, better to have a few that are clear rather than a mess of sketchy lines. Doesn't have to be clean necessarily inking, but clear shape. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense, but I will try to demonstrate.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I had lines going like this and like this and like this, right? And I'm going, yeah, it's kind of like this, it's kind of round. And you're like, well, which line is it, right? So instead.
Also, hey, I forgot what we were doing. I forgot, sorry.
No problem. We are going to do, like I had in here, these 6 different shapes. We're going to replace these with faces. So one's going to be a circular style face, all with round curves. One's going to be a blocky face, all blocks, but right now we're just working on circle.
Okay.
And we're going to do the same character 6 times. So like if you draw a human girl, it's going to be a human girl 6 times. If you draw a male elf, it's going to be a male elf 6 times.
Okay.
But what we're looking for is roundness. So even if these lines aren't necessarily clean, you can see I'm still being kind of sketchy. They are clearly curves. No one could mistake these lines for blocks or triangles. We just want them to be able to show what kind of shape that they're representing.
You mind if I do like an unconventional one, like a what's the cat people race? I forget the name.
Tabaxi?
Tabaxi.
Yeah, is that
Sure.
all right?
Yeah, it's fine. You just gotta do it 6 times.
Yeah, because I'm getting tired of drawing human faces.
That's fine. We don't actually care what race they are. We just want to deal with different shapes. Oh, there's my timer. If you guys need a little more time, we can extend it. I know part of that time was just making a lot of circles.
Yeah. Also, sorry that I was not here for most of that, so I only have like one face.
No
Well, we
problem.
all only have one. You're right with us.
Yeah, we only have one face so far. We're just working on.
And
Yeah, and
most
also-
of them aren't quite as good as Miss Betsy's either. So
That's-
what's our next one gonna be?
All right. Well, actually, we're going to stop and see everybody's work. I know you can already see my work, but we're going to do a little peer review if we were scientists, where it's like I did work and I made a round character, and then somebody else comes along and says, have you though? I see an angle, or I see a block. So we want to just do a little quick peer review. And so, like I said, if you need a little bit more time, you can do a little bit more time. And you can either share your screen or you can share the file, whichever one you prefer.
Okay, well, here's my screen.
Sure, go ahead and screen share. I'm pretty sure you can just go ahead and it'll override mine.
No. Oh, someone else is sharing, it says, which would be you.
Yeah, and you can just go ahead and say share anyway.
Well, it says you can't.
Huh. All right, then I'll stop mine and see if you can now.
Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is. There she is. I erased
can
the
you-
background circle.
That's okay. Can you zoom in a little
Oh.
bit? It's a little light, so I can't quite make it out.
How about that?
There we go. Looking pretty good, except for that cheekbone bump. That
That one.
area right in there is getting angular
Yeah.
to me. I would go ahead and smooth that out. Like you can still have the dip, just the actual curve of the cheek can be.
Oh, I guess I wasn't on the right layer anyway. So
Oh, there you go. So yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad I erased
have.
that.
I have done that many times myself.
Try.
There we go. Nice gentle curve. And everything else looks nice and curved. So, all right. Then if you're ready, Michaela, you can share, or else we can start working on our second one. And I'm sure you'll catch
Okay,
up because you
here.
draw fast.
Here, I did this. I also gave it hair for some reason. 'Cause
All
I was like,
right.
I'm not satisfied with this. I'm gonna give it hair.
That's fine. Can you zoom in a
No,
little
that's
bit?
good.
Hold on, give me a second to.
Yeah, there we go. Just so we can come in here.
I was
And...
tired of making it friendly, so I wanted to give it like a wild-eyed stare.
So I can't quite see the nose, but imagine
Yeah,
it
sorry.
is a little pointy.
Yeah, I was trying to it's like I don't know the rules on this, so it's like a nose.
Oh,
No-
that one's
no
the nose.
point?
I thought it was the mouth. Sorry.
Oh, me too. I see. Okay, no.
No, that's good. Okay, so go back to what you
Okay.
had. Yeah, go back to your rounded nose. I just didn't see the mouth at the bottom. Rounded teeth. Love it.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
very
I
cool.
see.
Oh, to something-
Oh,
how
cute. It's like a little lion person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was tired of doing friendly circle faces. I want scary circle face. Slightly scary wide-eyed stare.
It's hard to do
It's,
scary with circles, but
Yeah, like
round teeth.
I understand you're trying to avoid cliches, But the kind of
Honestly,
the
I just
point,
got tired of drawing happy circle faces. That's why. Like, it's less of I was trying to be subversive and more of I was just tired of doing the same thing over and over again.
okay, but I'm going to get to my point, which is that we're
Sorry.
going to be mixing them later. So this is like our pure primary colors, if that
Oh,
makes
my
sense.
bad.
Yeah, that's all right, because you weren't here and I didn't explain it all the way when you came back. But that's why this one kind of has to be, I mean, think of like the cotton candy, super cute and fluffy one that even if you're tired of drawing it, just for right now, make those pupils big and cuddly. So that
And
in
then
the
you
next
can
one,
change it.
yeah, in the next one, you're going to be actually combining and not drawing just, you know, the same happy-go-lucky one. Let me go back
Okay.
to my screen and I will.
Sorry.
No
Oh,
problem.
no,
Like I
no.
said, I didn't explain.
I like that character. Super cute.
Thanks.
But anyway, back to what I was talking about with the circle here. So what you're doing is like I want to have a pure circle and a pure triangle so that when we mix them, then we'll have something new. Whereas if this is already like kind of
New?
not a circle and this is kind of not a triangle, it gets really ambiguous. So that's the only reason why we're going to start out with these really pure, really cliche, tropey characters. And then we're going to add some interest on the second one. Sorry, I didn't say so sooner. So we've got a round face. Let's go ahead and move on to a triangle one. Honestly, if you just want to copy the one you've already drawn and start adding points to it and making it angular that way instead of drawing from scratch, you can do that. I can just go copy, paste.
Wait, what's the next shape?
Triangle. Everything's going to be
Okay.
swift, cunning, dangerous, energetic. And even if we want to make them a little bit sturdy or a little bit jolly, we're not, because we want to try to have some stereotypes to start with and then mix them up. Gotta name my layers here. Here we go. I'm gonna put 8 minutes on the clock. We were talking a little bit about how when we're using lines and trying to get the feeling of a triangle, we try to keep them to acute angles, narrower than the corner of a square. Otherwise, we're going to slip into the blocky square type shapes. So right away, I'm going to try to make this nose a little pointier, not so blocky.
Oh, dang it. I have this thing set to where it automatically saves every once in a while, but when it saves, it stops me from drawing.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. If it's like nice that it automatically saves or that it's more trouble than it's worth.
Oh, I think it's worth it because, like, it's not like it's a very long process.
That's true. So we're going to find every excuse we can to find angles, triangles. You can even give an angle to the iris instead of being round. We can try to get more of a diamond shape.
Thankfully, I chose like a cat person, so.
For sure, so it'll fit right in.
You can never go wrong with a cat person.
Yeah, I'm glad I did this. This is way more fun than just drawing a human face again.
See, I find it more stressful, maybe because I don't draw animals as much as people. When I draw people, I'm just like, yeah, I know how to do this. When I draw animals, I go, is that right? But I think you draw more animal characters in general than human characters, so you're probably used to it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about expression. Don't feel like you have to turn this into a cunning expression. Cunning people can be happy sometimes.
Yeah.
You might hear the smoke alarm at my house, which just means somebody is cooking dinner.
Oh, it's scaring my cats.
I heard that before one time, and you said the same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dinner time.
Can't figure out why they're so sensitive, but better to be sensitive than not sensitive enough.
Woke up my cat.
Whoop. I didn't realize this mic was that sensitive. Could pick up that with my closed door and everything. About 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. Even as I go around this head shape, I'm trying to find excuses to make angles, use straight lines.
Oh, whoops. Drawing this makes me realize, wait, when was the last time I drew a cat? Been forever.
Just 20 seconds left. And there is time's up.
Oh.
Did I fix that eye? You guys already saw mine. There's my angular triangle face.
Okay, how about you, Kristen? You done?
I did it, yeah. I'll share mine. Here it comes. And then I'll make it a bit
Neat.
bigger. Well,
There.
actually, I think I can see both of them sort of. All I have to do is oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Nice. I see all kinds of acute angles.
Obtuse angles up there on her eyebrows, so that's not.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't help it. There's some shapes that literally cannot be acute angles without
I
compromising
could
something.
have made them into triangles though, and then I would have, by making a thicker.
Hey, can you quickly explain to me what acute angles are?
You know, like the corner of a square,
Yeah.
if you make that narrower, like the blade of a knife is,
Like that.
yeah, like that.
That's acute. That's right. That's obtuse. So it's either side of a right angle.
Okay, thank you. Just want to clear that up.
Yep, no problem.
Want to see what I did?
We sure do.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. And okay, done.
No!
There we go. Yes, triangles, 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 triangles.
Very
All the
acute.
triangles. Yes, all the acute angles.
I gave her little stripes, little eyebrows. I tried to make her even her eyes sort of come out as triangles.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Still
Exactly what we're doing.
incredibly cute, but
Thanks.
much meaner. But still cute. Very cute.
Thanks.
And you sharpened up those teeth? Yes.
Yep, sharpened up the teeth, sharpened up the fur, sharpened up the eyes. Good, good, good. We have to do the square or blocky one next.
Ah.
So I'm going to start that timer. Share my screen in case you want to see what I'm doing. And again, you can just copy and paste your first. I tend to go back to my first one just because that's the one that is the original, I guess, is for lack of a better term. And just draw over it using blocky lines this time. Square, sturdy, dependable, possibly a little stubborn, a little inflexible. Keep in mind, we still want it to be a face. We're not just throwing shapes on there flat and forgetting about foreshortening, forgetting about contour, forgetting about all those things. We still want it to look like a actual 3D character.
Okay, I've done something to lose my ability. It goes over giving me that little stop sign. So I've selected the right layer, and I've got a pencil, and I've got a color, and I've got a...
Is your layer locked at all or visible?
It's not locked. I don't know if it's visible because there's nothing on it yet.
The little bullet point by the layer.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All set.
All right. About 5.5 minutes left. Four minutes left.
Oh wait, we're not supposed to do like rectangles later, right?
Yeah, these are
Uh,
rectangles.
These are rectangles right now. You can use rectangles or squares, anything blocky.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Like you can see on mine, she doesn't have a Superman chin, but she does have a square angle where her jaw turns.
Whoops, I have a tangent, a bit of a tangent, but it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We are so focused right now on shapes. I don't even care if it's not done yet, as long as what you have is the right shape that you were going for. Two minutes left. Less than a minute left. Again, if it's not finished, no problem. We're especially looking at eyes, nose, mouth, eyebrows. But if you didn't finish the hair, didn't finish the ears, no problem.
Whoa, you disappeared. There you are.
Here they are.
30 seconds. And that's time's up. You can already see how mine are starting to look different from one another based on the primary shape motif. Go ahead and stop sharing so that somebody else can put theirs up.
Okay, let's.
There's mine.
Zoom in a little bit here.
Oh,
Looking
neat.
pretty good. Yeah, got some blockier shapes going on. I'd be a little bit careful of the ear.
Yeah, it has a little point there. But it's an elf.
But it's an elf, yes. But we can, I'll show you when I get back to my page. Yes, otherwise, I like the blockiness of the nose, blockiness of the hair, of the
The
eyes.
chins are real easy,
Mhm.
and the eye shapes, they're easy to vary.
Uh-huh.
Even the nose, it's those are pretty easy if you just think about it.
Yeah.
Show me the ear when we come back.
Yeah, we'll do you and come back.
Let's see that cat.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. How do I do this? There it goes.
Oh,
There we go.
neat.
Thick, blocky, chunky, like it, like it. The eyelashes are getting tiny bit angled, but that's okay. We'll let it slide.
Yeah, my bad.
He has
That's
an
all right.
Egyptian
That's why we
look,
do
this one, Matt,
peer review.
especially the way the hair comes
Mm-hmm.
down.
I see
Really
it.
works. Nice cheek.
Thanks.
Excelente. We're going to keep moving right along so that we'll have time at the end to play a little bit more of our search and rescue.
Okay.
Going to share my screen real quick.
Yeah, now what?
So when we're talking about something like an elf ear and we go, well, elf ears are pointy, how can it be anything else? We're still keeping the anatomy. We're just thinking of chunking it up. Right? So this can still be an elf ear because there's still pointier than a human ear. So obviously it's not a human ear, but we can make that thickness of blocky shapes kind of stand out by just using some of those lines.
Yeah, and just whack off the end instead
Yeah,
of leaving the point.
instead of having
Just
that
get
point,
rid of that point.
you blunt it off just like you would be blunting off scissors or something like that. So let's get rid of that. Doodle-doodle-doo. So now the fun part, we get to combine shapes. I'm going to go back to my illustration to get an idea of what we're going for. Let's move over to circles plus triangles. So we're thinking about the raindrop. Very squishy, very fast, very quirky. Dash from Incredibles. You can almost see him right here. His little mask. Right? So we're going for a character that has a friendliness. It is probably a good guy, but also has a little bit of speed, a little bit of mischievousness. So you are allowed now to use curves and points. So go ahead and combine these two. Something that's like this.
Alright.
All right, go.
Oops.
I'm gonna need more paper, canvas size. Let's make this bigger.
Oh, come on. Oh. How much time we got left?
6.5 minutes. And again, it doesn't have to be a whole face. If you just have eyes, nose, mouth, that's plenty. This is just an exercise to show me you understand the power of shapes. Because if you don't, I did something wrong.
Dang it.
Oh, our time must be up.
That's
No,
somebody
that's
else's
me.
timer, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
No problem.
Not as proud as this one. Not very proud of this one.
All right, you got two others.
hey, these are
Coming up.
quickies.
Yeah, again, these aren't really going to be characters that are near and dear to our hearts. These are just exercises to see if we understand the principle. Like for this one, for example, if I see you guys using some circles and some triangles, that's not quite what we're going for. We'll try again and do those raindrop shapes. We're looking for a combination, not just 1 + 1. We're looking for the two together into a new shape. Two minutes left.
Come on.
1 minute left. "20 seconds to sharing, 20 seconds." And there's our timer. So there's my combination of circle and triangle to make teardrop. Tried to especially use it in the eyes. Whoops, I'm on my eraser.
Oh, there she is. Okay, got her.
Yeah, tried to use it in the eyes, tried to use it in the eyebrows, tried to use it in the lip, the top lip right there. Let's go ahead and see somebody else's.
Here we go. She's up in the top right corner, the green
Top
girl.
right. Looking good. Same thing, teardrop eyes. The eyebrows are a little bit on the crescent, like not enough roundness.
Ah,
But
okay. I probably would have been better off to not fatten them up to leave this out.
yeah, if you just like round one of the sides, you'd get that nice teardrop shape.
How about just leaving them as a squiggle?
Oh yeah, that works too. Because we did look at the lines that we were doing. Nicely done. I can see the combinations happening.
Interesting.
Right?
Okay.
And then let's see
Where's that cat?
Michaela's cat person.
Yeah, this cat person came off as more human than
That's
I mean,
right.
but whatever.
As long as there's some teardrop
Oh, look
shapes.
at that.
Lovely. We've got the curves, we've got the points. I like the pointy chin, the point on the
That-
top of the nose there.
The ears are a little round without a point.
Yeah, I was meant to make them like a bit, but then it's like I drew over it with the hair and whoops, sorry.
Ah,
no
got
problem.
it.
Or even if you had those like bobcats, you know how they have a little bit of a tuft on the end
Oh, it's tough. Yeah.
and make it pointy. That'd be good too.
Yeah.
Good try, good try. And then it is already 6 o'clock, so I'm going to let you do the last two on your own. We're not going to stop after this next one, and I'll put on maybe 15 minutes to do the
Oh, we
last
were going to
two.
do two, right?
Yeah, you're going
Okay.
to do the other two. So you're going to be doing.
Wait, what's the combo of like the circle and square?
Yeah, let me put up mine here so you can see where I'm doing. So you're going to be doing the circle plus the square, which is a rounded square, kind of a pillow shape. And then you'll be doing the triangle plus the block, which turns into wedges.
So give us
Trapezoids.
a little halfway hint. So we work on both of them, or at least I
Sure.
want to try both of them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like for this rounded one for my blocky girl here, even if I just copy her over and lighten that up. So now when I add a little bit more roundness, that means I can probably go ahead and, oops, let me get black. Round out the eye. It's still not as round as my round girl. Right, this ear can get a little rounder, but maybe the lobe is still blocky. Maybe this nose gets a little smoother on the point, but the edges are still blocky. Looking for those rounded block shapes. So then I can definitely soften up her jawline. It'll still probably be a squarish jawline, but it'll get smoothed out. Her head is definitely going to get smoothed out. So we're going to get something of a friendlier version of our blocky girl. And then over here with the wedges, again, you can take one of your faces and copy it over. I'm going to use my same one that I already copied so we can see the demo faster. Adding more angles, more wedges. That means this can get more angled. You can see this whole thing looks like a wedge now. This whole shape basically is going to be a wedge, and then I just craft an eye out of it. The nose too can get more wedge-like.
Oh dang it, I gotta leave for a few more minutes. Sorry.
No problem.
I'm back.
I'm going to try to give more of a wedge shape to the ear by making that narrow. Wedge to the eyebrows. Maybe they'll still be thick, but then they'll get thinner as they go there. For her jawline, I can definitely elongate it now. Get rid of that really strong square. Steepen the angle here. Get more of that wedge going. Can even wedge her head a little bit. For her lips, actually that would be pretty much the same, I think. I can make the bottom lip pointier maybe, and that'll get more of a wedge. Fairly clear difference, I hope. And I'll start the 15 minutes right now.
All right, I'm back.
All right, just doing those last two combinations. Square plus a circle and triangle plus a square.
Coffee.
Just under 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I see her. She's been with me the entire time. And I gotta be careful because when I get like towards the end, I tend to panic.
Ah,
Yeah, still 7 whole minutes left. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna give this cat. I'm thinking about giving this cat a pompadour.
Go for it.
Part of me feels bad because like this isn't what you asked me to do. Like you asked me to make typical characters, but I'm using a different shape to make the pompadour cat. But, whatever.
We'll just see what happens when you start including other shapes. Three minutes and 40 seconds left.
Okay, how much more time?
We have 1 minute and 30 seconds. And that's time's up. I'm going to save my work here.
Oh, yeah.
If you happen to want to finish it, color it. It would be great for the art show, I think, to show your range of shapes and your characters. I'm going to go ahead and stop my share, and then is everybody ready? Go ahead and share yours.
Okay, I'll do that. So the purple one and the orange one, this is
Mm-hmm.
triangle and square.
I can
here.
tell. Excellent.
This is square and circle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
I can
actually
see
like her real well. She was the last one I did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think out of all of them, that one looks like like Sally tells me this all the time. She'll look at my drawing and goes, I know that you like this one. There's something
yeah.
about just sometimes the way you do it, you go like, yeah, obviously I liked this one.
Although I like the little triangle one too. So I guess
Mhm.
I'm energetic. I like those two the best of all. And this
Yeah.
one the worst. But the combinations are all better than,
Yes.
than the single shape. So there you go.
Yes.
No
Excellent
surprise.
point. That when you have a variety of shapes, obviously it's going to be more interesting. Imagine now if you tried to combine some of the green and the orange, the green and the purple, then you just get all kinds of new options.
Although you sort of lose out on WYSIWYG then. Or you don't have to, but
Yeah, it goes into your ratio, basically, that if you're mostly triangles and then you have a little bit of a teardrop, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, then it's still pretty clear. But
hints. You're giving hints.
yeah, it's more like hints. It's like decorations on the cake. The cake is still circular or square or whatever it is. Michaela, what do you got?
Oh, okay, hold on. All
You
right,
like-
here's the square and triangle one.
Yeah, I see
I see a
that.
little bit of it. Yeah, yeah.
The hair, especially.
Yeah, I can see the wedges in the hair
And the eyes have got that nice
Yeah.
trapezoid.
and the wedges in the eyes.
Yeah,
I can see.
Yeah, I struggled with this one a little bit.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
'Cause what are you gonna do with teeth, right?
blunt them off with just like an elf ear.
Yeah,
Broken teeth.
broken teeth.
Yeah, this one you can tell I feel like you could tell I struggled.
This is the
Oh, there's
rounded
your
square.
pompadour. Yeah.
I can see the rounded squareness though in the head shape and the ear shape. And
Ears
the
for
earrings.
sure. the
Yeah, I like
eyes,
the
the
ears are
mouth.
nice and
Yeah, I
chunky.
think that was pretty successful. But I can tell you struggled on the pompadour.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We're all
All
gonna
right,
have
that's what we're here for.
one that's a favorite, one that's not a favorite. But
Yeah,
hopefully,
Can you expand and show us all?
oh yeah, sure. Let's see them all
the
together,
whole
Michaela. Yeah,
picture.
zoom out.
Yeah.
Hold on,
zoom out.
which button does that?
There,
It's
there,
not
you
very
did
good, but you can kind of see it.
No,
Yeah.
that's fun to see the relationship that they're so different and they're the same.
Yeah, same basic
idea.
character. Yeah, same
Yeah,
idea.
there's something the same about them, but they're very different. Excellent.
Yes,
Yeah,
this is
Thanks. I'll stop sharing now.
the excellent point of the exercise that shapes matter, that if we're going to try to show that our character is dependable, we're not going to use these up top. We're going to use something that has some square in it. If you have a character that's sly and quick and all those things, not going to use this side, right? So I hope that you can see the characters that are in the faces that you drew and which ones would be the strong, dependable ones. Not just because, well, this one was square, so this one must be dependable. But can you just look into their eyes and get a little bit of their personality and attributes?
Yeah.
Oh, we got 4 minutes left. We'll probably do one round of combat. Maybe in 4
Let's
minutes.
do it.
All right. Last time you were in the forest, you were doing your search and rescue. You found the guy in the tree. Wolves. I think there's about 3 left. Let me get my paper. And go ahead and get your rollers up and your character sheets up.
Characters. I wonder where that-
And we're going to start at the top of the round, which is Shinrai. So you are on the trail or on the tail of these wolves. Your mouse is being chased. There are 3 wolves still up. One looks just about shattered. There's cracks all in his form. One just has a few cracks, and then the other also looks ready, about to shatter.
And it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Well, I naturally want to attack one of those wolves.
Great. You're going to roll a d20. And then you will add your strength modifier.
Well, I hope it's big. Strength is +2.
All right.
So I have a 3.
3 plus 2, and
I
then
guess-
plus your proficiency.
No.
No?
1 + 2.
1 plus, oh no, and not 1.
And then what's my proficiency?
Also 2.
Okay, I got 5.
Grand total of 5. So that's a great
Ouch.
big swing and a miss. Your axe plunges down into the snow, just missing the tail of one of these wolf ice beasts. And then that's Aldia, your turn.
Okay, what am I doing again? I'm
You
killing.
just got the guy down from the tree, and then you set off after the pack of wolves to help Shinrai deal with these ice beasts.
All right, then I attack them, I guess.
All right, roll that d20, add your
Okay.
strength proficiency and your
20. I got a 12
Mhm.
plus my. No,
Strength?
don't. No. Sorry, my cat is
It's those wolves.
those wolves.
2. 14.
14,
Oh,
that's
excellent.
good enough to hit. All right, which one do you hit? The one that's about to shatter or the one that only has a few cracks?
I'll you hit the one that's gonna shatter.
All right, and then I believe your weapon is a D8. You can correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Okay, roll that D8.
D8 is 7.
All
Ooh.
right, go ahead, and if you want to, you can describe how you shatter this ice beast.
I'm not.
You gonna leave it to me?
Yeah, I know. I guess she. Yeah, go ahead. I'm not good at describing.
All right, no problem. I just like to give it the option to players in case they're like, no, I have the scene in my mind.
No.
So you give a great and mighty swing horizontally through one of these ice beasts, and it shatters into a million pieces as soon as it makes contact.
Sweet.
And it is 6:30. The wolves would go next time, so I will put a little marker that wolves go
Oh, hey.
first next time.
Can I show you like the progress so far I've gotten on this one character I've been
Yeah.
on?
Sure.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry, it's giving me a trouble.
Hey, we all have been there, like over and over and over again. Oh,
Ooh, I like this armor that's happening.
yeah, the armor is good.
Yeah, I hate face because it looks too cartoony to me.
Oh, that's all right. You
I
can
know.
always fix it.
I read that and I thought that was his hate face, and I thought that doesn't look too hateful, but got it. You hate his face, but I like his
Yeah,
on
I'm
his
gonna
chest.
change her a little bit.
All right. Well, as soon as you get it done, email it to us so we can work on our group pictures.
I'm proud of this sword because I was looking it up and I saw like it's supposed to be like half of a sun, like sort of like her.
Yeah, I was going to
sun.
say that. It
It's
looks
perfect to
like
go
rays,
with his, yeah, it's part of his outfit. So
And I also
now,
like this
go ahead.
blocky fabric that's hanging down to show strength.
Yeah.
Looking
so
good.
what's our assignment of our?
Well, now that you know more about shape and about combining shapes, just go back and review or keep working on your character. Look with a critical eye and see, like, am I just using a shape just because to use the shape, or does it really help to make my character look strong or to look flamboyant or to look fast? See if you can refine those shapes, get a motif going. Just work on it. Just work on your character.
The character, okay, good.
Yeah.
He needs a lot of work, or mine does, so. All right, that'll take a
All
week.
right. That's it for this week then. I'll be signing off. See you guys next time.
All right, see you.
Bye.